Y'all, he's tilling this morning. I measured out where the rocks are down. No, so he's just getting the ground tilled up for me. I measured a 40 by 30, but y'all can see these roots here, along here. You know, so he said he'd start in the middle for me. And as y'all can see, we got a lot of them. Corn is dying because no sun, and they need sun 24/7. But we're not going to plant until next week because it's supposed to be in the 40s at night. But he is starting to till for me due to, you know, the ground is, you know, a little hard. And I bought him the tiller for anniversary present our very first year. He's got one. I'm going to show you. He's got a tiller. Y'all look, he got a tiller. And it's literally on its last leg here. Okay? But it still works. So, but what he'll do is, he'll break it up with that one over there, and then he'll come and patch this back together and fine till it. Don't need a tractor. It ain't a big garden. Well, like I said, we only got an acre, you know, so we're going to do this, and he's going to till the other side for me. So we're going to have like 2 gardens. So he said he was going to start in the middle and try to get a lot of it done, a lot of these roots broken up for me, because we had a lot of pine trees. As y'all can see, we cut them down. I'm going to get my neighbor to cut that down this week. I'm not planting until we cut it down, because in the afternoon, that takes a lot of sun. Plus, it's leaning towards my rooster, my chickens and my rabbits. And I don't want them to get hurt, so we're going to cut it and drop it. But here's my plants. And look at them, they're good. The beans are a good foot. And these are butter beans, those 3. And I got, these are pinto beans down here. Purple Hole and black-eyed peas. Black-eyed peas. I got tomatoes down there, squash, a little okra. I gotta plant more okra. This is squash over, sorry y'all, this is squash over here. There's the little okra. There's the tomatoes. Got a bunch of beans. Trying to survive the crop here. But a lot of my corn is dying, and that's because they ain't got no sun to, you know, nourish them. But I'm going to try to revive a lot of them. Hopefully I can. But he's planting. I mean, he's tilling for me. He's doing a good job. He's just tilling it up. And that's a Troy built counterclockwise build. So, you know, but he wanted it clockwise, but I couldn't find one. I know I should have went local, but I'm not a local girl, so. But we gonna this end of the week I'm gonna plant, because he should have all this done by next weekend. I'm gonna plant, but I brung these out so they can get a lot of sun. I'm gonna move them because he's literally, so y'all bear with me as I move them. y'all can see, he's coming too close to my plants here. And he shouldn't, but because I got it marked way off over there. But as they say, give me 40 acres and I'll turn this big rig around. Well, I guess it takes that to do it. But he's first till for the year, getting it done. All right, y'all. I'm out here today. I'm walking Woofy, of course. But I want to show y'all. He did 8 rows here. And as far as tilling, I'm going to attach this to the one that I showed y'all tilling. So, but he finished tilling. He's going to do it one more time before we... Woofy, get out of there. He's being a bad boy already. But, okay, y'all. He finished tilling, and, but he's going to do it one more time next weekend, before I plant. And I got a lot of things I'm going to plant. A lot of that corn is not surviving, so I'm definitely not going to start corn early next year. But it's Monday, and he tilled this side. He tried to till that over there for the father-in-law, but it was just too wet. He did 8 rows here, and he did me a ditch. This is what it is a ditch. Okay, the rain, y'all, this area here is a downhill slope that way. So to kind of protect my garden, I asked him to do a ditch. So, but then I came back with leaves, as you see, and pine straw, as you see, and sticks, as you see. It's a ditch in there. So the water will drain from here, and it'll flow that way instead of directly that way. It will get tested tomorrow because the rain is supposed to come in tomorrow. So, but I'm gonna take y'all over and show y'all the other side. He did a real good job over here, and my rabbits over there and all. But he did a real good job. He really did. And he wants to do one more round before we start planting. And I'm wanting to plant next weekend. Thursday night's supposed to be a nice cold night. So, and it's supposed to get around freezing. So we don't want to till until next weekend. But all this stuff that you're looking at, I got to get up because of the pine trees that we just cut down. But here's my other garden. As y'all see, he's going to come back and he's going to till this one also. This has 9 rows in it. Now, I had him space a big gap in between. These 3 here don't have that big gap because I wasn't out here to tell him. I told him, but he just didn't remember when he got started. So he started doing the bigger gap here. I got 9. I wanted 10, but the gap wouldn't let me. If I would have lessened the gap, then I would have got my 10, if not more. But I wanted the gap like this. Okay, I wanted it. Y'all can see it's a good 3 feet, 2.5 feet on each side there. You know, the reason why is because of come the end of August, and it's middle of March right now. Okay, the end of August, I want to come back through here, till, and plant cowpeas, and that's so I can get my deer in. I do hunt here on the property, and that's the reason why. I like keeping my deer. I like feeding my deer. This garden is going to be basically for them. We're going to do some corn. We're going to do some watermelon over here. Do some beans over here. Give them a variety. If they eat it all, I'm okay. If they don't, then we're going to harvest, because we're planting what we eat. You know, lima beans, pinto beans, black eyed peas, purple whole peas, and corn. Squash and tomatoes is going to be over there. Some beans is going to be over there. But the corn is going to be over here, you know, due to the deer. You know, I want to plant the corn up here, you know, on these rows, and then I'm going to come back with the beans, the peas, and then watermelon is going to be on each end. I got like 4 watermelon vines that's literally started to grow, and they're doing real good. They really are. But this area here is going to be for the deer, for the raccoons, because I do a couple of raccoons a year, and we do have them. You know, I leave the possums alone because I don't eat them, for one. For two, they don't mess with me, so they don't mess with my chickens. Now, we're going to cull the chickens here shortly. So, and as y'all see, I got a lot of work in my yard to do this summer. I'm getting it done little by little, but I want to show y'all, you know, he tilled. Y'all will see, you know, this video, in the beginning of this video. And he's going to do it one more time. And then we're going to plant. Oh, I'll show you, do a video on the planting. We did do triple 13 in the garden before he tilled. I got to do it again in a minute, so I'll stay tuned. Just got through fertilizing. Y'all can see it's triple 13. It's 13, 13, 13, triple 13. And I did these 9 rows, done the other side also. Rain is coming in tomorrow. I got to cover that back up. But I'm done with the fertilizer. So, and between the 2 beds, it used a 5-gallon bucket. But I put it on a little bit strong. As y'all can see here, it's a little bit strong. That's because the rain is going to come in, you know, and it's going to be a while before we plant. So I want it soaked in really, really good. You know, a lot of it's going to get washed down there because I ain't got my wall up yet. But so with all that said, I put on an extra, you know, layer. You do not have to put this much on there. Don't follow me, please, far as this, because I'm doing it because my rain is coming in, and I know it's going to wash downhill from there all the way down, and it's going to wash a lot of the triple 13 down. But you know, there's some that's going to soak into the ground and, you know, keep. That's the reason why I did a lot, because of the rain issue. I'm trying to literally, you know, put enough in there to do the job. And you don't, with triple 13, you don't need a lot, but I put more than what I should because of the rain. You know, all this is going to get washed down there. So, but there'll be some that'll stay between what I already put in there and what's going to stick to this. I'm going to be good far as fertilizer. Okay. So, and all I got to do, he's going to come in one more time this coming weekend because it's supposed to rain tomorrow, and then rain one more time during the week, can't remember which day, and then dry up. So with that said, he's going to till, and then I'm going to start planting. You know, this is going to have, like I said, watermelon, corn, and beans mostly. You know, tomatoes, squash, and okra. It's going to be on the other side. And I'm going to plant the okra. I got to plant some kale. I'm going to put kale on both sides versus just one. Okay? Because rabbits love kale. I'm going to do some other greens that'll pop up. Y'all hold tight for a second. Let me show you. I fertilize, you know, a lot on this side too. And like I said, because of the rain, you know, I'm trying to give the ground enough to where when it washes down, because this goes downhill that way. Okay, that's the reason why I done the rows this way. Okay. So, with that said, I did a lot more fertilize than I normally do, than you should do, okay? Because triple 13 don't take much. So, but we're not going to plant for another week or two. So with the rain tomorrow, you know, it's going to be, all this is going to be flat again. And, you know, he's going to come back and till, and I'm going to mount it up like you see now. I'm going to mount it up so I can plant. So, but that ditch, I'm hoping that it'll hold. Now, I got a gap here because I don't want it to go in that garden either. So here's the gap, okay? Dirt comes through here. Oh, here. Should come down. It may go around, but most of it should come this way. That's the reason why I put that there and then veer off. But that's my mom-in-law's, stepdad-in-law land over there. So he's planting raised beds, so it really don't matter. But the rain does go down there. There is a ditch past the garden down there, and so it'll go that way. But the chickens are doing good. The rabbits are doing good. You know, I see he's drinking a little bit more. Good. But the garden, he tilled it up for me. He did good. I done my part, which is mount it up, put the fertilizer in it again. We did it once, now we're doing it again. And then we're gonna cut this tree down, hopefully this week. I'm gonna try to get a neighbor help me. One of the boys climb up. But anyway, this is looking good. You know, it's all dry, so he tilled it yesterday. He used a new one, which is the red one over there. He used it, which is a good thing. You know, it's only a few years old, so, but I'm hoping this will stay. The rain don't wash it away, and you know, we get this party started soon, I hope, because I want to, you know, the tomatoes over here, squash over here. I want to do okra over here. You know, I want to do, now, I want to put tomatoes, and then squash. Oh, kind of cut it in half. I want the okra and the tomatoes over here. Back it up. I want them over here, and then the squash over here, because they need sun. And as y'all see, it's already shady right here, but they get the morning sun up until 3 o'clock. So, and it's partly cloudy. It's the only reason why we got shade right now, because the sun's up almost above us. You know, it's about 1 o'clock right now, 2 o'clock right now. So, but until about 3:30, it normally gets sun all the way up until the last row. About 3:30 it starts getting shady. But this here, you know, I kind of want it halfway. Why? So the little plants over there, the big plants over here, so it'll get the sun that each and every one needs. You know, and as y'all can see, I got plenty of them, and I got more on the inside. These are the beans. So that's Papa Hull. That is pinto beans and black eyed peas over there, and a few lima beans. I think it's like 3 lima beans. This is mostly corn. It's not doing too good. I'm hoping it'll bounce back. I really do. But these, I don't see any hope of bouncing back at all. That's the reason why they're separated today. But I do plan on, you know, putting more. You know, if these bounce back when I transplant them, then I don't have to plant as many corn. I planted 63 cups of corn because I knew they wouldn't last, but it was an experiment. Okay, so I learned my lesson. I ain't doing it next year. But look, y'all, my beans are growing up fast. I do got to get them in something, but right now the garden is not ready. We got one more cold night, but we got a lot of rain that's coming in. We got a huge storm supposed to come in tomorrow afternoon. So I'm trying to get everything prepped for that storm. These will go in a little bit. I'm going to go over and cover up my wood and get that covered up. These I planted Peaches, coffee, peaches, and this should be sunflower and mint. Yeah, sunflower and mint in there. They have not did anything yet, but I've only done it a couple days ago, so I don't see nothing in there yet. It may sprout up, may not. Ain't no telling with these. I'm hoping the coffee does. I love coffee so much that I do want a coffee tree. Me. You know, if I can pick enough to last a year, then I'm going to do it. You know, and each and every year, coffee grows. I'll pick it. This is another experiment that I'm doing. These should be sprouting up, and I'm going to plant them out there. I already told him. My mint, when I clean it, is going to go over there. Sunflowers, I'm going to do, depending on how many I got, I'm going to do on end of each row, especially over there on the other side for the deer, because I know the deer likes sunflowers too. My raccoons, they definitely like them. I will eat them, but I'm really planting them just for my animals, you know. So, but we're gonna continue on and get this home, this 1 acre, like it's supposed to, people. A homestead. I want to do a homestead. I want to thrive off my land and not off the government. I don't want to depend on the government. I don't want the government having anything to do with me. You know, because I don't want nothing to do with them. They all liars up there, okay? Every one of them. That's my opinion. So, I want to thrive, and I want to make this land work for me and my family. And we're going to get it done. It's going to take years. Yeah, I started late, but I married him late, so that's okay, right?